Namaskar. Hello friends, I am Major Saras Tripathi, author of Silent Constitution Dangerous Consequences in English and its Hindi version Maun Samvidhan Bhayanak Parinam. As you know, I have written this book with recommendation of 21 legislations that needs to be enacted by the Parliament of India, by the government in the interest of the nation. Today we are going to discuss about a very important chapter that is known as Rashtra Bhasha, Hindi. As you know, our forefathers has envisaged in the constitution that after 15 years of implementation of our constitution, Hindi will be our official language. As per the constitutional provisions, on 26th January 1965, Hindi was to be full-fledged official language of India and use of English was to be ceased as official language. But because of regional geopolitics, this could not be implemented. Resultantly, India is among very few nations in the world that does not have its own official language, despite having many languages, many rich languages within its territory. So let us come to the point with this background and discuss this topic. The first question comes, what is the proposal? In simple terms, the proposal is to give Hindi status of full-fledged official language of India and exclusive official language of India and cease the use of English language in legislatures, in judiciary, in educational institutions and in every possible fora and promote Hindi as official language. So no point is left out. Let us start from the book itself. The proposal is to exclusively identify and practically implement Hindi as official language of India, implement original constitutional provision about Hindi that states the official language of Union shall be Hindi in Devanagari script with effect from 26 January 1965 and use of English as official language shall stop as mandated in the Constitution under Article 343. Declare Hindi as national language, Rashtra Bhasha of India. Third, begin all work in Hindi in central government offices forthwith. Fifth, instead of English version, declare Hindi as authentic version of all kind of documents. Maybe high courts and supreme courts can be exempted for some time and get rid of colonial cycles. Make matric level Hindi, good working knowledge of Hindi compulsory for all services of the central government. Seventh, the communication between state and central government should only be in Hindi. If any state has problem, that state can be exempted with a strict time limit to begin work in Hindi, at least while communication with the center. But implementation of Hindi as exclusive official language of India should not be postponed any further because a few states have problems. And the eighth reason, states within their boundaries can continue working in the state's official language, that is their mother tongue, is spoken in the state and recognized as one of the official languages in the 7th schedule. Further, beyond national boundaries, make serious endeavor to get Hindi included in the list of recognized languages of United Nations Organization. So, this is the proposal about the Hindi as official language of India. Now, the question comes, why this proposal? In this book, I have written 21 laws that needs to be legislated by the Parliament of India, and today we are discussing about the official language. So the question comes, why this proposal when English is already the official language of India? There are many reasons that I would like to share with you. The first reason why we should go for the official language as Hindi is this: to implement the constitutional provisions. The most important reason for ensuring that Hindi is the official language of India is that it is envisaged in the Constitution. So, Article 343 under Part 17 of the Constitution states about the official language of Union, that is, the official language of Union shall be Hindi in Devanagari script. The form of numerals to be used for the official purpose of the Union shall be the international form of Indian numerals. Hence, the original provision of Constitution should be operationalized at least after 72 years of the adoption. This is a very important and strong reason why we should ensure that Hindi is the official language of India. India is the only country among large countries that does not have its native language as its official working language. As of today, de facto and de jure English is the official language of India. Third reason is India is the only country among ancient civilizations that does not have its own language as its official language. Ironically, all this shame when India has richest language pool in the world. As we know, there are 22 recognized languages in India. These languages have their own grammar, very rich literature, very rich structure, and a vast vocabulary that can match any rich language in the world. But this is a tragedy that despite having the biggest language pool in the world, we don't have our own official language. We are using a language for our official purpose, which was born approximately 6,000 kilometers away from our own land, and that was a cause of colonization of our country. Hindi, mostly derived from Sanskrit, along with Sanskrit, is undisputably the most scientific language in the world. As we know, because of its phonetics, Hindi and Sanskrit both are the most scientific language in the world. This is not my statement, it has been proved by the linguists all over the world. Among the most phonetic languages is Sanskrit, from which the Hindi is derived. Unlike English, Spanish, Arabic or Chinese and many more widely spoken languages, it has no extra syllabi written, so there is no confusion. Scientifically, it is among the most developed languages in the world. As in 2020, Hindi is the mother tongue of estimated, as per 2021 census, is close to 53 crore people. Hindi is the most widely spoken language in India. In fact, if we see after Mandarin, it is the most spoken language in the world. And within Indian territory, approximately 65 crore people speak Hindi. And I have shown the map also. This is the map. This is the map. In the first map, the yellow area is showing the area that is showing Hindi as first language. And in this map, you can see the yellow area is showing Hindi as first or second language of citizens of India. So, as we can see, almost 2/3 geographical area can speak, write and understand Hindi. It is very important to bring here that there is no country in the world that has 100% population speaking its official language. I have given data in this book, and UK, United Kingdom, where we consider English as the only language, there also 6% people do not speak English as their first language. In United States of America, 18% people don't speak English, that is their official language. Similarly, in even Rus and Germany, which are very strict about the use of their language, in Germany 5% people don't speak German. So there is no country in the world that speaks 100% a particular language. So high this condition on India. If substantial population is able to understand, write and speak Hindi, Hindi should be the official language of India. The question comes here that why Hindi? And the answer is very simple, because this is the most widely spoken language among Indian languages. We have no problem if, let us say, Tamil or Bengali or Telugu becomes official language. But the problem comes that their reach is very limited to one state or two states. Hindi is a language, Indian language, that has maximum reach from the point of view of the population also. That is why the advocacy of Hindi as official language was not done only by the Hindi speaking people. In fact, most of the people, most of the leaders who recommended Hindi as official language of India were non-Hindi speaking. Let us start from Tamil Nadu. Subramanian Bharati and Chakravarti Rajgopalachari, Lokmanya Bal Gangadhar Tilak, Gopal Krishna Gokhale, Mahatma Gandhi, Sardar Vallabhbhai Patel, Kanhaiyalal Maniklal Munshi, Swami Vivekanand. These people, just to name a few, none of them, their mother tongue was Hindi, but they were strong votaries of Hindi as official language of India. In fact, Mahatma Gandhi and Rajgopalachari and many leaders, they worked for spread of Hindi in non-Hindi speaking states, because they knew Hindi is the only language in India that has maximum reach and that can become official language of India. and we should not carry on the colonial language, that is the language of oppressors that I am speaking into, that is English, as our official language for long. English was accepted because at that point of time there were many hurdles in using Hindi as official language. So English was given 15 years time as a concurrent language to be used along with Hindi. But unfortunately, because of resistance from a few states, in fact to be very precise, from Tamil Nadu, that also not from the people but vested interest, every time Hindi was to be implemented as exclusive language of official language of India, there was political resistance, and the governments that were supposed to implement Hindi as the official language were weak, and they did not do this. As per constitutional provision itself, on 26 January 1965, English was to cease as official language and Hindi was to be the sole official language of India with effect from 26 January 1965. But because of agitation, resistance, mostly political, in 1967, Indira Gandhi made the provision in the constitution that English will continue official language of India along with Hindi till indefinite period. The result is that even after 75 years of our independence and 72 years of implementation of our constitution, we are still using English as our official language. Nothing can be more shameful than this, that most of the nations in the world, they have their own official language which is spoken by the majority. Chinese have their Mandarin as official language, Russians have Russian, the Arabs have Arabic, and Americans have English, the British have English. India is the only country that does not have its own official language despite having highest number of languages existing within its territory, which could become the official language of the entire nation. These languages have their very well developed and structured grammar, a rich pool of vocabulary, and a very rich literature. So it is very important for us Indians to feel proud of our own language, and we should make all endeavor to end this colonial language as our official language and start working in Hindi. In this regard, it is the government, the parliament that has to first amend the law, that is the indefinite use of English needs to be removed and Hindi should be given the status of exclusive official language of India, so that every work in central government, in state governments or between central and state government should be in Hindi. Every state has a liberty to carry out its business in its own regional language, in its state language, like in Orissa, Oriya can be the official language. In Tamil Nadu, Tamil can be the official language. It will be in fact. In Kerala, it is Malayalam, but when it comes to central government, central government offices and correspondence between the state, it should be, instead of English, it should be in Hindi. So I have just given a brief about what is written in this chapter. I am sure that as it is, most of the leaders are in favor of Hindi as official language, but they have not shown the willpower to implement it. I would like to show a pie chart that shows, this is the pie chart that shows percentage of Hindi as spoken by Indians, that is blue color shows Hindi as the first language, and if we include Hindi as first and second language both, the scope increases here, that as it is shown in this pie chart, and this is the area where Hindi is very well understood as first language. So in nutshell, we can say that because of the regional politics, the linguistic politics, because of vested interest, Hindi could not become the official language of India, which it deserves. The nation deserves to have an official language of its own instead of English, and I appeal to all those who are watching this video, the citizens of India, the leaders, and appeal to the leaders, the parliamentarians, the government, the judiciary, everybody to make an effort to get Hindi its exclusive status of official language of India and cease the use of English as official language. However, it does not mean that we should not stop learning any other language. I personally feel that every individual should learn as many languages as possible, but Hindi should be the official language of India to preserve our pride, our national identity. And effort should also be made since Hindi is the second most spoken language in the world, population wise, that we should make an endeavor to include Hindi in the United Nations organization, one of its official languages. As we know, there are already 6 official languages in the United Nations, and Hindi should be given the status of 7th official language of United Nations organization. Thank you very much for watching. I am sure that everybody will make an effort in this direction to ensure that Hindi becomes exclusive official language of India. Thank you so much. Namaskar.